mostly turns.
Slow down the pass.
Go all out.
It should be starting soon.
All right, riders. We want you to ride fast. We want you to ride smart. We want you to ride safe. On the whistle.
Let's go. Track stand from Chris Tully at the start there. Very nice. So driveway P12, P123, May 15, 2015. We've got the U.S. National Criterium Champion up there in the red, white, and blue stripes, Lucas Bourgoyne. We've got the Texas Cat 2 champion right in front of me, David Wild, Captain Wild. We are doing champion, no. Hey Dave. Hey buddy. We're doing Grand Prix loop. This is the fourth week in the mini-series. 7 p.m. on a Thursday. 82 degrees, although it probably feels warmer than that. It's actually, more like 85, 87, I'd say. And we're moving. This race started pretty hot, and at least from my perspective, it didn't slow down much. There we go, 38 miles per hour here in the back. On the flat, essentially. No power data today. I think my pedals ran out of data. I hope that's what happened. I did charge them over the weekend. So I've already done the Cat 2-3 race. You guys can check that out. It's pretty exciting. Some good moves. A little breakaway. Pretty nice finish. Last lap. Exciting finish into the final corner. So I don't know if anybody saw that at the beginning, but we also have a modern Adventure Pro racer. So I think that's George Hincapie's team, right? So that's Hugo Scala is here. I looked him up and he's maybe he's based in Dallas. I don't know, but yeah, he's in the sort of maroon kit. He'll be around. Oh, saw him over on the left there. Yeah, there he was. He was right there, number 14. So that's Hugo. We also have more than one teammate for Lucas. So he's got what's his name? Vanderpool? Is that his name? Anyway, a couple riders ahead of me. Greg Vanderpool. But then he's also got Justin Bolde. He's in town, who's an incredibly strong rider. And we already have little splits forming in the first lap. We got Evan from Moon Tower, who won the Cat 2-3 race. Spoiler, I should have said that. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. He's like, what the hell am I doing closing this gap? At the beginning of the second lap. Maybe that's what I was thinking right here. What am I doing? Why do I have to close this? Especially down the hill. See? To me, I talked about this in the 2-3 video. I just think it's brutal to close this gap right here. I mean, you can't see the power numbers, but I'm sure I'm going pretty reasonable power to get up to 39 miles per hour above that speed. I'm definitely tucked as airtight as I can, but still, I mean, it's kind of like, and there are 40 guys behind me, or 30 guys behind me, you know. But this was a dangerous move. You kind of saw, I think, Eli from Matador. You got 50, I think, was Luke Pharis from Cheney. Here's Owen from Cheney accelerating. There's Matt Crawford, Michael Pincus. I think, was that Bolde? No. Maybe not. So yeah, that group off the front was, they were moving. 15 guys or so. I think Ben Soder was up there too, I saw. So you pulled, so yeah, you pulled the whole group back, kind of, and then I think there was a gap. So maybe I didn't, I don't know what happened there. I pulled a couple, I don't know what happened. But there was clearly some kind of gap, because, you know, we've got groups, small groups coming through me now. And I'm just working super hard again to like get in line here. I think I'm gonna title this video "How Not to Race a Crit," or "How to Get a Great Workout in a Race," because that's what this race felt like to me. Now here's everybody coming around. Finally, take a deep breath. So let's see to the left there. We still have that group out front, right? Yep, kind of see them. Take that corner a little wide. So looks like 4 guys out front. Those are 4 pretty strong guys. This is how I remember it. There's Greg on cadence right there. There's Grant Shackelford on driveway right in front of me, the gray and orange. I think we've got Wilson, Ben Benitez right in front of him. Tower. Great turnout today. I think that's David Gold in the Masters Racing. So a little reprieve here, not super fast, not slow either. Here we go, we're off again. Back up to 33. So, pedal is on the accelerator, pedal is down. The accelerator pedal is down. Once again. Oh gosh. Danger. So we got a rider from Meteor, pulls off to the right there, his buddy kind of pulls off to the right, and we've got to close this down. Not easy when you go 35, but we got a little speed here, so let's pull up. We're only on the 3rd lap here, right? we're already having people pull off. Ouch. You can see these little gaps forming. We've got a headwind here, bit of a headwind. Here's Chris Tolley pulling out a line here. Or I think he probably was, he's kind of off the front, pulled off. See, once again, I believe there is a break of 4 still off the front here. Try to reconfirm that. Slow him down. There's Lucas. That's always a good wheel to get behind. Now, if you can stay on it, that's another question. But it's a good wheel to hang around if you have the opportunity. I think I'm talking to Emil. Emil from the tower. I think he was saying something about like he was following Lucas or something like that. And he was worried. He wasn't worried, but he was kind of saying like, "Oh man, can you imagine if I cut him off and crashed him out? That would be the highlight of his, or low light of his cycling career." I tell you what, I remember this feeling hard, and we're going pretty fast, but I've got a great draft here on Chris Tolley, and it still felt hard. And there is no wind really. I mean, the trees are all around, and you're not feeling much wind on this backstretch at all. Stop on the aware of it. But yeah, there were these accelerations where the front would go and then the middle would have to go and the back would have to go, and it's not easy. So in moments like this, when it slows down, you really speed up. Alright, let's see if we can see what's happening over to the left here. And is there a boom out front yet or not? No, there's one guy. So it looks like the brake has not been established yet. I think that makes sense to me based on what I saw in the field. But you can tell that people want to get out front. We keep having these splits in the field. Just like the first lap. It's a little bit nicer to be sitting back here and sitting and having to chase it down. want to try to move up here. Is David Wild going to leave me somewhere, or am I going to do anything? I like to take the outside of these corners sometimes because it feels like you get more of a draft on the inside. I'm not sure if that's a thing. We've still got guys up the road here. So David Wild is going to take me up here. He's going to follow Ben Soder from the Night Owls. So we got Night Owls, we got Super Squadron, we have me, team unattached. And we are chasing down a bridge. One, two, three guys up there. Get counted. Okay, it was hard to see with the sun, but I think you'll be able to see it over to the left here. So we got 4 guys in that move. And it's just going to happen from that slowing on the backstretch there, where we spread across the road. So this is now, I guess, almost 20 minutes in the race, is the breakaway that of significance in this race. It doesn't have a Super Squadron guy in it. Interestingly enough, I believe it did have a Night Owl in it, but I have to confirm that. So anyway, I'm pulling through, and I believe at this moment, I feel like I am helping everyone chase the break. And it looks like that is kind of what's happening. It looks like that's maybe Kevin Fish goes through it. Or, not sure if that's Kevin. For Super Squadron. Because he wants to get up there to that 4-man move. But that's Emil. He didn't want to follow. And I think we had a gap again. I think we had developed a little gap there. Ben, David, and I, and a couple other guys. I'm not sure that I knew that at the time. But it wasn't like I was going to be able to jump onto Kevin's wheel all that easily. So here's the group. So you can tell you got a chain guy, you got Matador kind of on the front of that group. Chain is in blue, light blue, Matador in the multicolor. And there was a Cadence, I think Greg from Cadence was up there too, kind of at the front of that group. So perhaps they were letting wheels drop on purpose, which makes sense because they had all 3 of those teams was represented in that move. It was from Cadence, it was Justin Bolde from Chain, I think it was Gabe Porterfield. And from Matador, I think it was Michael Sheehan. You know, honestly, I'm not sure why the fourth guy wasn't that move. Because I'm sort of oscillating between a Night Owl and a Houston Heat guy. But either way, it was one of the big teams. So anyway, here we are again. The move gets away. With most of the big teams, which is part of why it gets away. So here we go. So I want to, so my thought process for now and the next several minutes, several laps, is I want to help chase a breakdown. Because I'm not in it. And why not? Let's do it. It's kind of my fun little challenge. Although I keep getting this pull down the hill, which to me is, again, this is the worst pull. It's like people come flying past you. Oh, this wasn't too bad here. But a lot of times they just fly past you, 5 miles per hour past you, and you're just like, oh my god, like, you know. And then you got to reattach them now. There's Hugo. Look at these gaps forming. I mean, they were just constant wheels dropping, gaps forming. To me, a lot of this was, some of this was tactical. A lot of it had to be tactical, to be honest. Because these guys are all, these are strong guys. Here we're moving again. This was the first hotter day of the year that we've had in a while. We had a few hot ones kind of several weeks ago, off and on, but the last few weeks in Austin have not been bad at all. So, you know, we're kind of 15, 20 degrees warmer today, which makes a big difference when you're over that. So it says 77. I mean, it might be 77 sort of now, but I mean, not really. It's still got to be in the 80s. Big Jersey is EF Education, Carson Baker. There's that move of 4, you can see them. That's probably 15 seconds, I want to say. So, no more than 20. So, you know, plenty of time left in the race. Chase that one down. And the major problem being, you have guys pulling out. That chain guy just pulled out a line. Why not? Why not? Pull out a line, make some other guy close the gap. Now what's going to happen? Who's going to pull through this? Disorganized. So there's Carson from EF. Says, okay, I'll pull through. And then, God, once again, I feel like I should have stayed on his wheel a little better, because I'm just like sort of in no man's land. Oh, there's Tom. Okay, thanks, Tom. Owls. We have Michael Pincus here, number 4 from the Houston Heat. And then Super Squadra there, pink helmet. And then I'm going to come through and work with these guys. So I think it was a Houston Heat rider up there. I'm assuming, because it looked like, you know, Tom was kind of looking there. Alright, who's that? That was quite the move. But here we go, once again. Why is nobody pulling through behind me? Where is everybody? I don't know. It wasn't like we had accelerated away. Okay, there's Lucas. He's always got... That's Eli. Eli loves to chase him around. That may have been Sam in the Night Owls that kind of accelerated away. And I wonder if he bridged the gap. He may have. Wait, who's this number 8 right in front of me? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. It's good commentary. Good job, Dave. So maybe that was a Cheney rider who kind of accelerated away. That wouldn't surprise me if that was like Luke Pharis who tried to bridge the gap. Kind of looked like him, too. Let's look across there, across the field, and see where they are. A little bit further ahead this time around. So, I think that was Luke Pharis. I think maybe we caught him back right there. So again, break of 4 out front. That 15 to 20 seconds at this point, but the chase is not organized at this point. It feels more like groups, smaller groups trying to form a smaller chase and get away. It's being thwarted by, you know, all the teams that are in the chase just consistently, and I would say quite successfully, dropping wheels when they need to. So I'm just wondering, is there anybody? There's nobody. I don't even think there's anybody on that wheel there. Oh. Here comes somebody finally. Yeah, so Cheney's not interested in riding. I think the guy, maybe that's Eli. He's kind of asking Hugo, you know, Hugo, you can go chase that down if you want. So yeah, I mean, it's more like counterattacks, attacks, counterattacks. I mean, I've already been, again, in my head, I'm like, can't we all just get along? Can't we just, those of us who want to chase, those of us on Super Squadra, and the Night Owls, and Driveway, maybe a few guys like our Modern Adventure Pro, UCI Pro, and me, number 32 here, 72. turbo pickle velo. You know, there are enough of us here to kind of keep this breakaway in check and see what we can do. But, you know, it was much more tactical in hindsight than, so you now have the brakes already through the start-finish line. That's more like, it's at least 20 seconds. Although, maybe 20, it's at least 20 seconds to, it's probably not 20 seconds in front of the field there. So half an hour into the race, again, on a hotter day, you know, this is people starting to, I'm starting to get worried that people are going to self-drop from attrition. Unfortunately, I found Michael Pincus for the Houston Heat. I think I remember this. It's like, just stay on this guy's wheel, Dave. Don't give him 3 inches. There we go. 40 miles an hour. I love it. Right in the trap. Thank you, Michael. Oh, we're going to keep going? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's not let this race get away from us. Thank you. Great pull. Oh, yeah, they're still accelerating right ahead of us. Alright. I don't think this is up here. Stay on this wheel, Dave. Stay with him. We are back, attached to the front of the chase group, or the front chase group. I have no idea what's happening behind me. I'm way too exhausted to know. At least I think I am. Oh, somebody's laughing. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, we can't have more than 5 seconds of downtime here. Let's go. So you would think with some of the speed we've had, although we did have a little bit of a lag there, but that maybe we'd make up some ground here on the front four. Can we see them? That was a pretty fast section there. Let's see where they are. They come through the start finish yet? There they are. Okay. So again, 20 seconds, I would say. I think he said 17. So still very bridgeable here. So looks like we got Squadra coming off the front with Kevin Fish. Uh-oh. We have Cheney guy in the front. He's not going to do anything. Wait, is that not it? Either way, they're not going to do anything. Alright. Who's going to take this up? Night Owls. Ben Soder. Let's go. Out of the way, Cheney. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I think it was Owen. Owen Gillot. Gillett. Something like that. That's his last name. So we have good friend Ben pulling us back. It's a big turn. And I'm going to do a big turn. And he stops. Because we were at 17 seconds. And it's time to bring this brake back. So that someone else has a chance to win. Alright. Here we go. Let's get the speed up, 30 miles an hour. Good. Oh yeah, we're still going. We're still going here. Ooh, 33. Nice move. Alright, who's coming past? Please tell me someone comes. Yes. Yes. Houston Heat. Is that Archer? Got Archer, we got Gnome. This is looking good. Okay, Archer pulls off. Oh man, this was hard. I think I remember this being hard. Right here. Trying to close this gap. Come on, somebody help me. Ah, catch them on the corners. There they are. Still probably like, 17 seconds or so. So again, the Night Owl pulled off. Here's Gnome in the blue. And we've got Cheney on the front. Cheney's not going to pull. Matador right behind him. Matador's not going to pull. We're still waiting on Hugo. Modern Adventure. Come on. Come on, Hugo. Give us a big pull. We need like a sustained 2 to 3 lap chase. Too many strong guys up there. I think that Justin Bolde guy, he's a truck. And the other guys are mini trucks. Alright, what are we doing? Let's pull through this chase. Oh, here. Oh, and oh, God, he's always trying to cut me off. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. He did slow me down there, though. I didn't love that. Okay, but we launched the Squadra there. I see these guys were just very successful at breaking up our little chase whenever we had it going. Alright, here's Tolly. Let's go, Tolly. He's gonna win this chase. Fortunately, this was what we needed, but it was also like, it would have been nice if Will from Squadra, I think that's him on the left, if we had just been on his wheel the whole time. I'm not sure if he knew that there was no one on his wheel, but wasn't. Coming, yeah, I'm coming. Don't worry, Chris. I'm on the same page. That Cheney guy wasn't going to pull through it. Mr. Owen. There's Gnome, David Wild, Kevin Fish, Pedretti. There's Owen again, but that was good. 3 or 4 guys that we need on the front, chasing down from different teams who haven't been in the break. Perfect. There's Lucas, Remember, he has a teammate in the break. Oh yeah. When am I gonna get back in line? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. There's the break again. I think it's down to 3. I think it's down to 3 guys. Yeah, you can see the one guy dragged off. So they're down to 3. They're getting... They are slowing down. Or they're weaker. They're weakening. That's always a good psychological boost whenever you see those guys drop off. Especially whenever they're holding the brake. Where you need to hold. It's starting to get hard. Will we catch the break? Will we get them? Let's see. This is what you race for. Well, I feel bad for David there. He's gonna have to catch on some way. Lucas pulled off to the right there. Camera's shaking a little bit, but I don't think it was like this the whole time. Oh, now we have some water on the camera. Come on, team, let's go get them. Somebody's pulling hard on the front. So I don't know if that was the guy who was in the break, the Houston, the guy in the black jersey who did around that corner. Sure. Okay. What's going on here? Why am I slowing down? Okay, looks like we got another little split here. Somebody didn't pull through. Okay, we got 8 guys or so riding away. This looks dangerous. There's not really anywhere to go. Oh, Lucas senses the danger. Yeah. Right from Cadence pulls off. Another guy, Evan from Moon Tower, pulls off. And we got this. I'm trying to close a gap. Get there before the downhill. Let's go. Lucas did not make it up to that sort of group of 7 or 8. They're up there. There goes Hugo. Great instincts there. This is it. Come on, Dave. Oh, I'm pulling off. Somebody help. Oh. I think I was in no concern. Latch onto this group. See how far behind we are as we get up over the hill. So I think, again, as you look across the field here, let's see how the front is looking. So there are those three. Then you've already got like 5 or 7 who are like within probably almost 5 seconds at that point. Okay, so it's like 1s, 2s, and 3s up there. But there is like a cohesive group of 8, 9, 10 that have managed to get together as a chase. So that's where I want to be. Which means I have to jump, like, we have to go from this group, we've got to jump another 5 guys, and then maybe get close. Picked off a couple there. That was a big pull from Ben. Blue. We are not giving up. Okay, here's this other group of like 5 or 6, but we gotta go. There's another group. We gotta go through these guys and... Come on, Dave. Go get him. Who's coming with me? Still playing? Yeah, I'm still playing. I'm trying. Yeah. Come on, guys. Okay, flick the elbow. Here we go. Grant. David Wild. Oh, nobody else. And that was effectively the end of the race for me. Had that line been longer, had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys come back, that would have been a lot better. But we only had 2, which meant that our prospects in chasing down that front group of 10 to 12 were quickly diminishing. I mean, I'm not even going that fast. There's still nobody. Like, the guys behind me are totally sat up. Where are they? There they are. But so just to set the stage, again, you kind of look across the field to the start-finish. There's that group of 3. They are now being caught by 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Anyway, it ends up being like, I want to say 11 or 12 guys in that front move who contested for the victory. This was a really fun race. This was a really hard race. I averaged 428 watts. That's what Strava told me. No, I didn't have my power meter, so they're just estimating it. But, so that's probably correct. But, you know, somewhere in that range. No, I'm just kidding. It was probably about 128 watts lower than that. But this was my hardest race of the year, I would say. And I've done a lot of races this year. So, we also ended up being an hour and 10 minutes. And we didn't give up. You'll see. I mean, this group does not give up. And in fact, this group, I mean, again, there's like a split up here, or whatever. People are dropping off this group. If you made it to the end of this race, yeah, you know, in the sort of, if you made it to the finish line, didn't take yourself out of the race or kind of get pulled out, it was an accomplishment. Here's our little chase group of, or our big sort of chase group right here of, who knows, 20 guys. Turns into, feels more like 10 by the end. So about 20 minutes left in this. I'll just let it run, and hopefully we'll see you next week. This week we have Grand Prix loop again, going the opposite direction, clockwise. Let's see, I finished 20th in this race. Gabe Porterfield took the top spot in this race. Michael Sheehan, second. And Carson Baker, BF Education, that's a good result for him. In third. Archer Myers fourth, Tom Pedretti in fifth. And I believe Gabe and Michael were 2 of the guys in that initial breakaway. So, very impressive. Very impressive. It looks like there were 13 that ended up in that front move. And I think Lucas won the field sprint for 14. So, that's kind of how it ended up. But yeah, we keep working and enjoy the scenery and the sunset. I'll see you next time.
out of here.